Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 70 is on your screen. You're watching the best sports show out, Highly Opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, working with the best co-host in the game, Town Rec legend himself. What's up, Tim? How you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. Been real busy lately. Things in the works, man, but everything been good, man. No complaints on mine.
Glad to hear everything's been good, man. You said you've been working on some things in the works, man. What's in the works?
Man, just clothing brand Wolves of War. We just signed our first two NIL athletes. Kamari Williams, he plays defensive back at Independence College, junior college in Kansas. For y'all who don't know, that's the JUCO Coach Jason Brown coach on the Netflix series, Last Chance U. So he's down there. Then the other kid, my guy Derek Dunn, man, who actually had a great episode with us today. Just to give you a spoiler, he's at Shaw University quarterback, looking to start and play next year, man. So excited for both of them young man. Glad to add them to the Wild family. And I'm happy to be giving back, man. That's what I adore for.
Absolutely, man. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Wolves of War. You know, when we started here, Highly Opinionated, we was looking for sponsors. And the first sponsor that came to my mind was obviously I do a show with you every week, working with you, try to promote Wolves of War as much as we can here on the show. Extremely proud of you, extremely happy for you, extremely proud of the two gentlemen, two college athletes that signed with Wolves of War. And we look forward, we'll have Derek later on in the show. We look forward to you exposing Wolves of War even more and getting more NIL athletes. So congratulations, my brother.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. By the way, I'm still waiting on my Wolves of War free care package in the mail. That's all right. We'll talk about that another day, another time. I got you. We're gonna talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, the best editor, the best producer, the best guy here on Highly Opinionated. Without him, there is no show. Simply put, Ross, what's up, brother? How are you?
Good, I can't complain. I do just want to say congrats, Tim. That's definitely something big. When you hear NIL, you don't really think on different scales and different levels. So it's definitely something good that like it's not like just on like the hugest scale. Like other athletes can definitely benefit from the NIL.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm happy. I'm got Super Bowl coming up. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a good game. I'll get my 2 cents off real quick, but I think it's gonna be a good game. Well, I'm definitely excited to hear who y'all pick because I don't know. So yeah, I'm definitely ready to get to it.
Absolutely. Well, we are definitely ready to get to it as well. Once again, Tim, congratulations on the NIL deal with Wolves of War. Bro, you're doing great things. Keep up the great work and keep winning, my brother. Definitely proud of you and keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. And watching episode 69 last week. Provided a great show. Shout out to our guest Keith coming on. We had JG on, Tim on. We had all three of us on. Great fun episode. We look forward to entertaining you with episode 70 right now as we're doing the show. Before we do that, Ross, let them know where they can follow us at on our social media.
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __. Follow us on TikTok at highly opinionated _SS. Follow us on Twitter or X at highly O_SS. And of course, y'all already on YouTube. So make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Absolutely. We love the engagements. We love the comments. We love everything that you guys provide to us. Again, Highly Opinionated is a show for the people, about the people, as you guys see. So we look forward to it. Highly Opinionated with sports meets opinions. This is the place for it. Tim, my brother, you ready to get episode 70 started?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's start off with Super Bowl 60. It is time to preview and pick Super Bowl 60. Super Bowl 60, as the Seattle Seahawks coming into the game at 14-3, they take on the New England Patriots. They're 14-3. Seattle is favored by 4.5. The over/under is 45.5. Super Bowl 60 will be televised Sunday at 6:30 on NBC. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, and Kaylee Harton will be on the call. This is Mike Tirico's first Super Bowl as the play-by-play announcer, which Uh, apropos, this is Black History Month, which means Mike Tirico is the first African American to be the play-by-play. No, I'm sorry, he's the second African American. Greg Gumbel was the first African American, so he's the second African American to do play-by-play for the Super Bowl. So shout out to Mike Tirico for that. He's been waiting a long time for this assignment. So with that being said, Tim, the moment of truth is here. Who wins Super Bowl 60? Seattle or New England?
Man, this game, man, I like Seattle, man. I think they the more complete team. Well, slightly more physical on the defensive side. And ever since they got Kenneth Walker going in, that running game is late. The play action been looking real good. Sam Darnold been on a heater throwing the ball. And I just don't see the Patriots being able to score what they need to score in this game to win it. Because I don't think it's going to be low scoring from Seattle. The Patriots, I just don't see them scoring enough points to win this game. Give me Seattle, man. And my boy done changed the narrative on himself, man. Sam Darnold, Super Bowl champion, man. They went from my boy gonna go from we don't know if he an NFL starter, almost out the lead, the Super Bowl champion. Couldn't write a better story, man. Give me the Seahawks.
Sam, if Seattle wins, Sam Darnold has went from seeing ghosts to seeing the Vince Lombardi Trophy right in his eyesight. That would be truly amazing. So you like the Seattle Seahawks? I think most people in the Super Bowl are and will take the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is the better team. You definitely make that point. They've had an impressive playoff run. Every playoff game I picked against them, from San Francisco to the Rams, and they proved me wrong. I think that Seattle has the most talent. Seattle has the better talent in the game, offensively and defensively. I think that Sam Darnold, like you said, I'm not going to go fully as you said, but I think he's definitely changing the narrative, or not has already changed the narrative on what people think of what he is as a quarterback. You get a team to a Super Bowl, regardless if it's mostly by defense, mostly by run game, whatever. Like, he outplayed Matthew Stafford in the NFC Championship game. I shouldn't say outplayed, but he went throw for throw with Matthew Stafford in the NFC Championship game. So that showed his value. That showed how good and how great he can be as a quarterback in the NFL. But usually when everyone zig, I like to zag. And everyone is just lean. I mean, I've been watching sports talk for the past week, and I've heard people go on TV talking about, yeah, man, the Patriots might not stay in the game. You feel me? Just because some of the points that you said, offense, average offensive line. I just think the Patriots, they're on a magical run, and I think that Mike Vrabel will have this team ready. I'm taking the Patriots. I think Mike Vrabel will have this team ready. I'm looking to me, there are three factors in what the Patriots have to win these three factors to win the game. One, they have to win special teams. So Marcus Jones, kickoff return, punt return, he has to outperform Rashid Shaheed. That has to be the first thing. Second thing, a model of what your Philadelphia Eagles did last year in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. They got to muck up the pocket for Sam Darnold. Milton Williams, Chase on, the pass rushers that the Patriots have, defensive line, they got to muck up the pocket. And then third, I don't think this is a debate. I think Christian Gonzalez, I call it cat coverage. You can call it man-to-man coverage. I call it cat coverage. His man has to be Jackson Smith-Njigba. So Jackson Smith-Njigba, Christian Gonzalez has to stick him. Carlton Davis has to do a good job on Cooper Kupp, and that leaves the third corner. The third corner has to do that job with Rashid Shaheed, because we saw the big play on the first drive for the Seattle in the NFC Championship game. It was a 51-yard pass from Sam Darnold to Rashid Shaheed because he had that speed. Got past the corner on the Rams and caught the 51-yard pass. So I think the Patriots have to do a good job in those three areas. Special teams, match up with Jackson Smith-Njigba, get pressure on Sam Darnold. I think I'm kind of agreeing with you. I don't think it'll be a low scoring game. It could be the Patriots can win the game 24-21. But if you start talking about in the 30s and above, Seattle will win the game because they have the offense for that. I don't think the Patriots have the offense for that. But Travion Henderson, the speed running back, rookie running back out of Ohio State, look out for him, screen passes. Look out for him, check downs, because he has the speed to get away. And the biggest key in this game, Seattle doesn't like the blitz. Drake May on certain downs is going to have to beat them with his feet. So with all that being said, I'm gonna take the New England Patriots to defeat the Seattle Seahawks and win Super Bowl 60 Sunday at 6:30. I mean, obviously, I know we disagree on the game, but any thoughts on anything I said?
I mean, it's a good breakdown to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You hit some key factors and how they could win the game. I just don't see it happening. But you know what I'm saying? That's why they play the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Get it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's why they play it.
I get your point because Seattle, they are the better team. I'm not gonna. I think the one great thing about our show, we don't lie. We might be wrong, but we ain't gonna get on here and lie to you. Seattle is the better team, but I think in moments like this, in games like this, you just gotta be. I just have to be better than Tim. Is a better wide receiver or football player than I am. But in a game like this, I just had to be better than him for 60 minutes. I feel like the Patriots can find a way to do this, and I think your boy Milton Williams. I think he'll win back-to-back Super Bowls. He won last year with the Philadelphia Eagles. As not the catalyst, but I thought he was a valuable member of the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line. And then this season, he'll be the catalyst as the best defensive lineman on the New England Patriots. So, Tim likes Seattle. I like the Patriots. Should be a great Super Bowl Sunday. Again, Sunday, 6:30 on NBC. Shout out to Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Kaylee Harton, and Melissa Stark. They had the 4 best seats in the house, man. They'll be calling the game, watching the game, getting paid to do it, man. That's an amazing job, Tim. Amazing job. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Highly Opinionated. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is brought to you by Edibly Airy. Enjoy the heightened experience of THC edibles in a whole new way. At Edibly Airy, our freeze-dry edibles available in 100 milligram, 200 milligram, 300 milligram, 400 milligram will give you the buzz you crave with a flavor you won't forget. Available in 3 different flavors: watermelon sunset, tropical fruit, and berry. To place orders, please visit the website at ediblyairy.com. While you're there at ediblyairy.com, use a promotion code. You guys see the promotion code on the screen. $ Highly Airy, $. Again, $ Highly Airy, $ for 20% off your first purchase. Follow us on IG at Edibly Airy for new product releases and monthly hookups. Must be 21 and over to purchase. Edibly Airy, the best freeze-dry edibles out. Go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. As you can see, we have a special guest, quarterback from Shaw University, friend of the show, the great Mr. Derek Dunn. Welcome, Derek Dunn, to Highly Opinionated. How you doing, Mr. Derek? How's everything?
Everything going good. I appreciate you guys for having me on here today.
The pleasure is all ours, man. We're in the eye of greatness, man. We're in the eye of greatness, man. So we appreciate you coming on. Thank you for giving us some of your time. Before I let you go with the next question, my first question is just let the audience know who you are, quarterback at Shaw University. Give you a chance to elaborate on yourself.
Yes, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I've been playing football for a couple of years now, since I was like 4 years old. So it's a journey of mine to like chase greatness and be good for myself. And I have 2 kids, so going through this journey and going through like everything that I've been going through. Football has its ups and downs, but now I'm just trying to shake back and do everything in my power to get back on the field, man. So I'm just blessed, and I appreciate you guys for having me on here and sharing my side of the story and what's going on in my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. First of all, man, I thank Derek, man. He actually just signed with me, one of my first NIL athletes. So he a part of the Wolves of War family. I definitely appreciate him. We gonna get him right. You know what I'm saying? Use his discount code to put some money in my man pockets. Like my man said, he got 2 kids, man. So he definitely could use the extra money, man. So help the young brother out, man.
Absolutely. Derek, what made you sign the NIL deal with Wolves of War?
I was looking into his brand and stuff like that, and I seen what he got going on, man. I just want to be a part of something positive and, something that means something. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like everything is a blessing and an opportunity, but you got to know how to take one day at a time, and put one foot forward in front of the other. And I feel like him giving me this NIL deal and this opportunity, I'm gonna put on for the brand. I'm gonna put on for myself. So it's all a blessing. So I definitely appreciate him though. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Likewise, man. So you was before you got to Shaw University. Let the people know where you played at. Give them a little background of that.
so at first I was playing at Dunbar High School my ninth grade year, and I played JV. Then I got bumped up to varsity. I was the only freshman to get bumped up to varsity, and I failed up for real because of my grades. So my 10th grade year, I came back. I played another year at Dunbar, and I shook there. I got back on the field and stuff like that. I did good for my sophomore season, but I just wanted more for myself. So I got opportunity to go all the way in New Jersey. I played for the school called Camden Catholic, and I went out there. I played for a semester, but COVID happened. So as COVID happened, they sent me home for real because I ain't had nowhere to stay. They was housing us up there too. They gave me a full scholarship and everything. And as my 11th grade year, going into my 12th grade year, I had to come back home because of COVID. Everybody was taking online class and stuff like that for real. So I was just going through the process of that, and I failed again. I came up short again for real. I can't blame nobody but myself. But as I'm going through all these things and stuff like that, I'm still like processing. Like, dang, I still want to play my last year, my 12th grade year. So I was at Newtown, and then at the Newtown, I reclassified, and I went up Maryville High School to play my last 12th grade year. And, I balled out up there. I had a great year, first school history national championship. We went to state championship. First one in school history. So I was blessed with that opportunity as well. So
You said you have two kids. You said you obviously
yes,
want to right your wrongs and turn your wrongs from turn your negatives from your turn negatives into positives. What type of life lessons have you learned, and what type of life lessons do you share with your kids that you've learned to help make their lives better? Because I'm a parent as well, and we try to tell our kids, we try to give our kids get kids the blueprint. Sometimes they choose to do, sometimes they choose to listen, sometimes they choose not to. But
yes, sir.
what advice would you what advice would you give your kids that shown from your life lessons to make their lives better?
I would just give some positive advice, speaking like, don't ever give up on yourself. Whatever, with everything that's going on in your life, and as you as an individual, don't ever give up on what you want in life, your aspirations, your dreams. Just keep chasing it. Like, don't ever give up on yourself. Like, I ain't never give up on myself, and I have kids now, so it's just like it's making me go even harder for what I want. I'm saying? To set an example for my kids. So it's just like that's one thing I want to preach to my sons. I have two boys. Like, don't ever give up nothing. Don't ever say you can't do nothing. Like, don't ever give up in life. So it's just like, think about if I would have gave up, I wouldn't have had an NIL deal right now. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't be on this podcast. I'd just
Absolutely.
be working a regular job, taking care of my kids. So it's just like, you just gotta stay
I,
down
I
for
love
what
the
you want.
advice on never giving.
Yeah, don't never
Absolutely,
give
I
up.
love the
Stay down
advice
for
on
what
never
you
giving
want.
up. Yeah, I love it. I love never giving up. That's part of the reason why Highly Opinionated is here. Like we believe in the product. We believe in me and Tim believe in our takes. Me, Tim, and John, I should say, we believe in our takes. So I always say that you should never give up on your dream. You should always chase it. And even if you fail, you should keep chasing it because then
Yeah,
you know that okay, I'm not cut out for this. But if you have dreams, goals, and aspirations, and you ain't chasing them, what you living for? So I commend you for that. Uh, Great wise advice. Tim, if you'll let me steal one more question, then I'll give it back to you. You obviously won the championship at high school playing quarterback. What made you decide to play quarterback?
uh, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in what it was like fifth grade, I was playing defense. I used to play middle linebacker and outside linebacker, but I ain't gonna lie, I tried to hit somebody hard. I wasn't with the defense no more. I was like, I ain't playing defense no more, Dad. Somebody ran me over and everything. I started crying, went to the sideline. I was like, nah, man, I ain't playing no more defense. They got that defense. So I just moved to offense. Like, at first, I wasn't even playing quarterback. I ain't started playing quarterback until I really got to high school. My father was like, man, you can't, I don't know, like, you only can play really one position. You got to focus on one position. Like, so I was just like, I don't even want to play receiver no more. I just want to play quarterback. I just want to, you feel me, have that control. Had a ball in my hands when it's time that crunch time, people can rely on me. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I be just thinking about the whole aspect of the game. Like I just love to have that control and you feel me, having my teammates rely on me when it's crunch time. Like, yeah, he gonna get the job done. You get what I'm saying? Like I know he gonna win for us. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I just like having that feeling done.
I got a two-part question for you, right? So we had St. Francis quarterback on here like 2 weeks ago, right? He said his favorite route to throw was an over route. What's your favorite route to throw?
Now since I'm in college for real, like I've started to read and just progress the defense more. So my favorite route to throw now was a hitch.
Okay.
Get what I'm saying? So it's just like certain times you never know, defenders might blitz. And in college, I'm starting to see now they blitz heavy a lot. You get what I'm saying? So it got anything quick. To be honest, like slants, sometimes slants might be my favorite routes on certain type of, you feel me, defenses. But in high school, my favorite route was a go ball.
Okay.
Just a go ball. That was my favorite route. I had this one receiver. He played for UConn right now. He don't play receiver no more. He played defensive back. His name was Kylie Hicks.
Okay.
I wanted to throw the go ball to him.
Okay.
If he had a short corner on him or a corner that I felt as though wasn't on his ability and his skill level, I'm throwing the deep ball every time. But now I'm starting to see like I like quick routes like hitches, outs, slants, all quick routes because just like college, you throw it late, it's getting picked off.
Going another way. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's getting picked off. But it's just like certain aspects of the game or certain positions that I might be put in for against the defense. That's how I break it down to like as my favorite routes to throw.
Got you. What my second part? What made you choose Shaw?
So the crazy thing about it is I was really ready to be done with football. Like I sat out for like 2 years. And the thing about it is I was like depressed. But I wasn't depressed. I was just in my head of like, should I play football again or should I just work? You get what I'm saying? Because I had another kid when I stopped playing football. So it's just like, I ain't really know what to do. But like I said, man, God is a blessing. That's why I said, I give all the advice to kids, don't ever give up on yourself. Whatever you think you can't do, try to do it another way. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not always about what you do to get there. It's all about you ain't gonna give up to get where you gotta go at. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, what made me really choose Shaw was the coaching and the you feel me, the leadership skills that the coaching bring. Like shout out to Coach Manigault, man. He really had his faith in me. Like he gave me this opportunity to come in. Like I ain't choose Shaw. Shaw chose me. That's what I always tell people. Like Shaw chose me, man. The man came to my house all the way from North Carolina, Raleigh. Like came to my house, like, man, come on, man. I want you to play football again. Like I'm giving you an opportunity to come play football, man. Like you feel me? Like ain't no better than that. Like and I was done with. I told him I was like, Coach, my grades messed up and all. He like, man, come on. I'm gonna get you down here next fall semester. I'm gonna help you with your grades. Just gotta stay on top of the work. Show me that you want it for real. And I told him I was like, Coach, I got you. I ain't gonna, you feel me?
Right.
I ain't gonna mess up this opportunity. But yeah,
Now
me.
now that's real, man. Because it's always that one coach that believe in you and make when you don't believe in yourself, right? Because it be low moments with this stuff. Like people don't know I had low moments playing football too. You know what I'm saying? It come with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you go through that adversity. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you back playing, bro. Like I'm definitely send me the schedule. I'm definitely gonna pop. I got a family in Raleigh, so I'm definitely gonna pop out, bro.
Definitely. And we played Bowie this year too.
That boy.
Yeah, we played Bowie. I think we played home though.
Okay, that's fine.
We played there last year. We played them every 2 years though.
Okay.
We play them this year for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be a good one for sure.
Shaw University is in the CIAA.
Yes, sir.
You're a freshman. you were a freshman this year, so you'll be a sophomore going into next year, right?
Yes, sir.
So your freshman year at Shaw University, out of all the teams that you guys have played, who do you think was the best team that you guys played?
Best team, I would say Virginia Union.
Virginia Union.
Yeah,
What
Virginia Union,
what what
best team.
what made what made Virginia Union stand out to you?
The discipline and like they was only focused on one thing, and that was getting a run game down. You get what I'm saying? So we're just like we could have stopped the run game, then we could have forced in a pass, and you never know how that would have went. So that was the main focus about them. Their running back had like 250 on us on the ground and like 3-4 tugs. So we just, that was the main reason for real. And he did that the whole season. Even in our CIAA championship game, he ended with like 200 plus yards, and he lost.
What's his name? I want to look him up and see what they.
I don't even. Oh, was A Trey? You still there?
But I can figure it out. You said Virginia Union. I figured it out. Yeah, I could just Google it. I got it. I just wanted to see.
But I ain't gonna lie, he was a great player though for sure. Their whole team was good. Like they was real disciplined. He was very team oriented.
Running back name was Curtis Allen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Curtis Allen. Mm-hmm. He's a dog for sure. That man was a dog for sure.
My Tim, if you don't mind, so obviously, Shaw University is in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, to be exact. How have you got accustomed to living down in North Carolina? Obviously, it's different from living in Maryland, different than living in. You said you were in PA, right? Pennsylvania before.
What'd you say?
I said, how have you got accustomed to living in North Carolina? I know obviously it's different than living in Maryland and living in. You said you were in Pennsylvania before, right?
No, I was in New Jersey.
New Jersey. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So how was it? I was accustomed living in North Carolina rather than living from Maryland and living in New Jersey.
It's real nice. Like I ain't gonna lie, it ain't like too much going on down here, and it's like real quiet. So it's just like I feel like it's a great place to like live if you just want to be like ducked off by yourself, or you feel me, not around a lot of people. But it's nice down there, and like everybody, you feel me, welcome with open arms, and it's not a lot really going down there too much. Like it's really somewhere you can really focus up on yourself, stuff that you really got going on for real.
Definitely a friendly environment down that way for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to go down there during the summer months, just clear my head, yo, because there ain't nothing too much around. Can't get into too much trouble. Just, you know what I'm saying, peaceful. Yeah. But my last question before we ask you about Super Bowl, what will be one of your goals for this year?
One of my goals this year?
Yeah.
I just want to hold myself accountable in anything that I did. That's one of my main goals, hold myself accountable. Like, I can't hold somebody else accountable of doing something that I know I'm supposed to be holding myself accountable of doing. You get what I'm saying? And focus on myself. And going into the season with a great head on my shoulders, and I want to make All-American. And it's so crazy about it. I ain't even tell y'all about my college journey. Like, this is not the first college I've been to.
Okay.
I done been like a few colleges. I went to, as soon as I left out of high school, when I left Maryville, I went to a prep school. But I didn't like the things that was going on in that organization. I felt like it was a Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
So you feel me? I left there, then I went to Charleston. I only stayed at Charleston probably for like 2 years. But I never stepped foot on the field. So this gonna be my first debut, like, feel me? And I got 4 years of eligibility left.
That was about to be my next question, right?
Yeah, I got 4 years of eligibility left.
You know, it's crazy. So like, that's crazy to me because like, what? So like, when I went to school, right? They said your clock start as soon as you go enroll in school. Like, you ain't gotta play ball as soon as you can start class. So it's like the how much time y'all get. I ain't hating, but I would love to play in this now. Y'all get so kids now. It don't make no like that's crazy. But I'm hey, use it to your advantage. Like, I'm happy. Like, you know what I'm saying. Certain cases, you know what I'm saying. Use it to your advantage.
Absolutely, I definitely am for sure.
No, I definitely take advantage of the opportunities that that you can definitely take advantage of. Everyone in the world is, so you college athletes might as well, whether it's NIL getting paid or whether it's eligibility years, because that's how I was taught when I was growing up. That's what it was. Soon you committed to a college, your 4 years start. Now I see guys 2 years they leave, they go to the NBA, they come back to college. So I'm like, man, I don't know what you feel me. I'm like, it's like a wild west out here for me. So
that's what I'm saying. And I ain't even know if you sit out for 2 years, like one of your years go away or something like that. Like NCAA got stuff going crazy right now. The NCAA is going crazy right now. Like,
hey Tim, LeBron James never went to college. He got 4 years of eligibility left. You feel me? You better hold that. He ain't going to college. He got 4 years of eligibility. You better. Hey man, I'm gonna contact Coach John Shire at Duke, see if we can get LeBron for the stretch run March Madness. See if we can get him on the team. See if we can get that for the stretch run March Madness. Hey Derek, definitely take advantage of this opportunity, man. You guys, me and Tim have went back and forth about NIL and the good and the bad of it, but when it affects people that we know, obviously that's going to sway your balance. That's going to sway where you lean. So I'm definitely happy for you. Keep winning, man, and keep doing what you're doing. My last question before we get to the Super Bowl is 5 years from now, where is Derek Dunn at? What is Derek Dunn doing? Where are you at? What are your goals in 5 years from now?
My goals in 5 years from now is being in the NFL, being a productive person to the community. I want to give back to my community and stuff like that, my family, and everybody that like showed their appreciation to me when I couldn't show it back. So that's what I feel like I'm going to be in 5 years. Definitely in the league and definitely giving back, giving out good energy out there, It's always good to give out good energy. You always want to get it back in life. So
I have a saying. I tell my son this and everyone else around me. Positivity rules the day. If you're positive, that's a leg up. You feel me? And with that positive mentality that you have and the positive values that you stress not only for you but your family, I look forward 5 years from now watching you in the NFL. And listen, whenever you want to talk on sports, this is the place for you. In fact, you can sit in this chair. Whenever you're ready, bro, you can sit in this chair. I promise you. I'm keeping the seat warm for you. You feel me? So
yes, sir, I got you.
You'll have a place. We always welcome you here on Highly Opinionated. Before we get you up out of here,
I got one thing to say.
Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
It's not even a question. I just want you to remember your goals, right? So you said you want to go to the league. So that means no matter what you're going through, you know what I'm saying? No matter what's going on, you got to remember that's your goal. Nobody can take your goal away from you but you. So you know what I'm saying? You can't be late to meetings. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what the league players doing now, right? You know what I'm saying? There ain't no cutting corners, none of that. So that's your goal. So you got to make sure you stay focused on your goal. Because one of my biggest things is I'm gonna keep the main thing, right?
Yes,
but that's my main thing. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I got to do whatever it takes to get there. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days you don't feel like going to practice. But my goal at the end of the day, I got to go to the league. So I can't cut with them. I can't do what they do. I got to get to the league. So that's all I wanted to say to you. Just keep the main thing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Derek, before we get you on up out of here, Super Bowl 60 is this Sunday between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Simple question. Sunday night at 6. Sunday night between 10:30 and 11, there will be a team holding the Super Bowl Vince Lombardi Trophy. Who will it be? Seattle or New England?
I got the Patriots.
Got the Patriots. Okay. Why are you taking the Patriots?
Because I just want to see Stephon Diggs win, man. Like, come on, man. I'm rocking with the city, and I'm rocking with the underdogs. The Patriots is the underdogs in this one, so I gotta go with the underdogs.
Gotcha. What have you what in the obviously again you pick them because they're the underdogs, but have you seen what you like from the Patriots so far during the playoffs? I know Drake May hasn't performed at the best of his ability, but that defense and those special teams from the Patriots and Mike Vrabel, got him to the Super Bowl. So have you liked what you've seen so far in the playoffs from them?
Yeah, a little bit, but I feel like they could have did better in a lot of games in their aspects. But I feel like if they do this, they can win. They solidify the run game and throw, like, you feel me? Like, how can I put this? don't overextend plays, but like it gotta be quick. You get what I'm saying? Because the Seahawks is coming. They got a very good defensive line. They not gonna play no games, and they gonna blitz because they know Drake May is like when he under pressure, he just throw the ball. So it's just like they gotta run very quick game stuff, and they gotta be fast. You get what I'm saying? They can't let Seattle get comfortable with stopping them.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I definitely feel like it's gonna be a tough game though, for sure. Though it's gonna be a tough game all around.
Yeah, it should be.
Seattle gonna have to come play their best ball.
Both teams are. I think. I don't think the Super Bowl is getting the hype it should. I think it's a great matchup. You got Sam Darnold in Seattle, not necessarily going for redemption, but Sam Darnold can put the icing on top of the cake. You feel me? No pun intended. And then let's look at what the Patriots have done. They were 4-13 the last 2 seasons. You feel me? So Mike Vrabel in one season has turned the whole situation around. They won 14 games. They really would have won. They would have been the number 1 seed had been the number 1 seed in the playoffs if they didn't lose a bad week 1 first. And it was their first game under Mike Vrabel, but they had a bad week 1 home loss against the Las Vegas Raiders. So very interesting matchup. We can't wait to watch. Derek, it's been a privilege.
Sure.
Derek, it's been a privilege and an honor to have you on the show. We look forward to having you back very, very soon. As Tim said, keep the main thing the main thing. We wish you all the best here at Highly Opinionated. Any way we can help your dreams, goals, and aspirations. It's a phone call away, brother. Just call one up. Just make it happen, bro. We want you to win. We're proud of you, proud of the journey that have allowed you got to this point. And be that superstar that we know that you are. And we look forward to watching. I look forward to watching Shaw Universe. I have a reason now to watch Shaw because you're on the show. So I look forward. I'll get your Instagram and all that. I will be DMing you when I watch some of these games. So
gotcha.
Keep up the great work and keep winning, man.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate you guys, man, for surely, man. Like, yeah, I don't know how much this really mean to me, and I really appreciate y'all for this, man, for surely. Like, I just want everything to work out in this favor for me. You feel me? God bless the y'all too as well. Feel I'm gonna pray for y'all, pray with top of y'all families and everything, man. Y'all really giving back over here. Y'all really doing what y'all supposed to do in life. You get what I'm saying? Role models to the youth. Feel me? So it's always good to, have some people to go to and talk to people and, you feel me, get advice from others. So I'm blessed and I appreciate y'all, man, for giving me this opportunity. And I'm definitely going to be back on here to shout out my stats. You heard me.
Absolutely.
Talk about my highlights.
We look forward. You don't even, you send them to Tim. We gonna put them on the show. We got you. We got you. Ladies and gentlemen, you watching Highly Opinionated. We're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Tim, it's that time, the best segment in sports. This week's edition of Let's Talk About It will be Tim and I give out our annual NFL awards, Highly Opinionated NFL Awards. We give out 7 awards: Coach of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, and the last award, the NFL MVP. So, Tim, let's start off with our first award, and that is the NFL Coach of the Year. Tim, who gets your vote for the NFL Coach of the Year?
Yeah, for me, man, it's Mike McDonald, man. Changed Seattle, completely turned around, got the right quarterback for the system he needed to run. So, for me, they get Super Bowl year 2. It's Mike McDonald for me.
Mike McDonald, great choice. I thought Coach of the Year. I thought it was several categories that was extremely hard. I'm going to give honorable mention for me, Kyle Shanahan. I thought the job he did with the injured, depleted team and he did was truly amazing. Mike McDonald, defensive Seattle head coach. But for me, I went with Mike Vrabel, 14-3 record, shared the same record as Mike McDonald. Both teams are in the Super Bowl, but the Patriots were 4-13 in 2023 and 2024. And in 1 year, one season, and they still have some deficiencies on that team. He's improved that team. They had a 10-game difference from 4 wins to 14 wins. So I just remember the clip of him coming in during training camp and said, "How many points did you score?" They had him mic'd up during the training camp session. "How many points did you score?" And before the player can answer, he said, "Not enough." You can just tell his mentality seeped through and went through that team. And again, no disrespect to Mike McDonald, but he did that in 1 year. Mike McDonald's been there 2 years now. So for me, I went Mike Vrabel, head coach of the New England Patriots.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
You got on Washington last year for the easy schedule. The Patriots had a pretty easy schedule as well. So I'm just saying, is it a difference? Because the Patriots schedule is pretty easy as well.
So I got on Washington this season. I didn't get on Washington last year for their easy schedule.
Your point was they wasn't really good last year because the schedule was easy, was the notion.
No, going into this season. But Washington never beat a team like Buffalo. If you go look at their run, they never beat a team like Buffalo during their run. Go look at it. The best team they beat last year during the regular season was Cincinnati. They were 9-8. You feel me? Okay. So they didn't beat a team like Buffalo. So for me, I think Washington and New England is a little different. I get the comparison of schedule, but New England's not going to make the mistake that Washington did, which put everything on Jaden Daniels' back. New England, we've seen them, even though it's a different regime, different head coach. We know they're going to maximize this team. And think about this. New England, they got some cap space because Drake May's on a rookie deal. So they can improve the defense, the offensive line even more. So Washington didn't do that this offseason. I think New England will. So, yes, they did have, easy comparable schedules, but I don't think Washington beat a team like Buffalo because we both thought Buffalo was going to win the East. And I know to a certain extent we both thought Buffalo was going to get to the Super Bowl. So I think next year we'll find out how truly good they are because next year New England they won't have a last place schedule because they'll have a first place schedule and they won't be sneaking up on opponents. Teams will be ready for them. So I think New England will definitely get that next year. I don't think New England will be 14-3 next year. You feel me? I'll definitely say that right now. But as far as Coach Vrabel, he gets my vote for Coach of the Year. Our second award is the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'll start us off with this. Again, I want to give some honorable mention to some guys. My guy down in Tampa, Emeka Egbuka, and I will give he came third in my ballot. Second in my ballot was my guy Tyler Shuck. But to me, the Offensive Rookie of the Year is Tedero McMillan, Carolina Panthers wide receiver, 70 catches, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. The Carolina Panthers won the NFC South. When the Carolina's offense was playing good, obviously they would run the ball with Rico Dowd and the other running back. I can't think of the other running back name now. Chua Hubbard and Rico Dowd. But also when they got the passing game going, Tedero McMillan was the main reason why they got the passing game going when Bryce Young was connecting with receivers. So for me, Tedero McMillan, wide receiver, Carolina Panthers, is your Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, my Offensive Rookie of the Year is the same person, Tedero McMillan. Just watching him when I watched the game play, every time they needed a big play, he was there to make the big play. Some tough catches, had a great catch radius, and could catch in traffic, which I love with receivers. So that was my Offensive Rookie of the Year as well.
So we both agree on Offensive Rookie of the Year, wide receiver Tedero McMillan of the Carolina Panthers. Drafted. He went to the University of Arizona, drafted in the top 10 in the previous NFL draft. Third award that we're going to go over, that we're going to pick, the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. Tim, you start us off. Who wins?
This might not be a popular name, but I watched a lot of them. I got James Pierce from the Atlanta Falcons, had 10.5 sacks this year. Y'all know it's hard to get. I'm not gonna say hard. It is hard to get double-digit sacks in the NFL. So for a rookie that had 10.5, greatly showed why their defense was ranked highly at the beginning. They had some up and downs, of course, but he was balling, man, when I watched Atlanta. So my defensive rookie of the year is James Pierce.
James Pierce, he definitely had one of several rookies to have great defensive rookie of the years type seasons. I want to mention James Pierce as well. He came second on my ballot. For me, I Carson Swearinger, linebacker from the Cleveland Browns. I thought he was the best defensive rookie. I thought that Cleveland Browns rookie class, from Harold Fannin to the 2 running backs that they drafted. Obviously, they drafted the 2 quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. But this gentleman, Carson Swearinger, he might be the best rookie out of all of them. 156 sacks, 156 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. I felt like he held down that linebacker position. Obviously, it's easy to play with a generational talent in front of you, but you still have to go out and do your job. And I thought Carson Swearinger showed that he was the best linebacker with 156 tackles. Shows versatility. He has some speed to him as well, so he can cover and make tackles. So I think this Cleveland Browns defense is obviously, you have Myles Garrett, so you're gonna be one of the upper echelon defenses in the league. But drafting this young man is definitely has made them better. Will continuously make the Cleveland Browns better. So for me, Carson Swearinger, linebacker, Cleveland Browns. The next award that we're going to hand out is the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Tim, I'll start us off with this. This was another difficult category. Whatever quarterback doesn't win the MVP, I think you can put in the offensive player of the year category. But I try to give it to receivers or running backs, somebody like that, because we know the MVP is going to a quarterback. So for me, it was a tough one. It came down to 2 guys. They met in the NFC Championship game, Puka Nacua and Jackson Smith-Njigba. I went with Puka Nacua, 129 catches, 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns. He had 105 yards rushing and a touchdown on the ground. I just think, again, we picking between apples and oranges, whatever your favorite fruit is. I just think Puka Nacua is the best wide receiver in the NFL, so he got my Offensive Player of the Year vote.
Yeah, for me, Offensive Player of the Year, I went with Jackson Smith-Njigba. Just how dominant he was from start to finish. Had some of his biggest performances in his biggest games, and truly became like a legit number one, man. Like he looked like he for sure got everything in the toolbook: route running, hands, physical enough, catching, all that. So he got all the time. Block well. They block well. A lot of people don't talk about blocking when you watch receivers. So he got everything in the crate, man. So for me, it's Jackson Smith-Njigba.
I want to give both wide receivers credit. Both wide receivers will block. Jackson Smith-Njigba and Puka Nacua. They'll get down with dirty. They'll get their hands. They'll get their knuckles. They'll get some blood on their knuckles. You feel me? They're not just pretty like you got to throw me the ball. That's all I'm gonna do. Nah, they'll get down with dirty. They'll block. They'll get physical. So again, offensive player of the year was a very, very hard category. It could go to either player. You like JSN, I like Puka Nacua. Next award, NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
Tim, for me, man, it was pretty easy, man. I'm going with the sack king, man. I'm going with Myles Garrett. I know they ain't translate to a win, but I just think when you break a record that's been standing so long, it just, overshadows everything to me. So I went Myles Garrett.
This is by far the easiest award in NFL history to vote for. Ditto. I took Myles Garrett as well. 23 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 43 solo tackles as a defensive lineman. Enough said, he is the best defensive player in the NFL. Question is, who's the second best defensive player? But he has solidified himself as the best defensive player by far. Congratulations, Myles Garrett, on a record-setting season. Hopefully, Cleveland Browns can put some talent around him so we can see him make those game-winning plays in the playoffs. So Myles Garrett is our unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. Next award, NFL Comeback Player of the Year. I'll start us off. Another difficult category. Dak Prescott coming back from when he came back from last year. He'll obviously get strong consideration for this award. But for me, I went with a player that, again, kept the 49ers afloat and kept them in the playoff and kept them in playoff contention. And obviously they made the playoffs. That would be running back Christian McCaffrey. He had 311 carries, 1,200 yards rushing, 10 touchdowns, 102 catches, 924 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey was the only healthy, predominant player for the 49ers to start the season and end the season. Quarterback Brock Purdy got hurt. Pass rusher Nick Bosa got hurt. Fred Warner got hurt. A lot of their guys got hurt he was the true consistent. Even Trent Williams, which we know Trent's up there in age. Trent Williams got hurt. Christian McCaffrey was the true dominant bell course for them. The guy that we know is going to punch the clock, be here at a certain time, and be productive all 17 games. So for me, I gave it to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I promise y'all we ain't look at each other notes, but I took CMC as well for all the things he did with the club. He was consistent, and man, he helped me win fantasy. So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate the brother. You know what I'm saying. But
he got the vote just because he helped him win the fantasy football league. That's all.
All jokes aside, man, I just don't like how they do comeback player of the year. Like I feel like it shouldn't be just because you got injured. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be a different way to judge it. Because it's like we already know CMC is good. So like him coming from, I mean, you could say he might not come back as strong from an injury, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like we already know what he is. You know, I feel like comeback players, it should be like somebody with a rough story. You know what I'm saying? Something like things ain't go well in the situation, and then he goes somewhere else, the ball like that. To me, that's a comeback player, not no Joe Burrow who throws for 4,000 yards every year, come back from injury, and then he does the same thing that he normally. You know what I'm saying? So I just would wish they could change the what would be the word? Change the story behind it. Criteria comeback player of the year.
So they basically came out last year, and I should have known this because I picked. Remember, we did our NFL. I thought Daniel Jones was going to win comeback player of the year, but then when I started really like going through the guidelines, like they're not giving you the comeback player of the award because you sucked. Like you have to really come back from something. Even though I do think being bad, when you are good, you should be acknowledged. Like if Daniel Jones doesn't get hurt, I still would have voted for him to be comeback player of the year because he, like the Colts were. Yes, they had Jonathan Taylor. We get that good offensive line, but Daniel Jones, just like Sam Darnold, still has to make the plays for the team to keep matriculating the ball down the field. So for me, I just look at it as I agree with you, but the NFL rules is you can't come back from being bad. So I 6 and 1 half a dozen another. I get it, but in essence, it's going to be the most named person who has an injury. That's why I mentioned that. That's why I mentioned that. Dak probably is going to win the award. I would give it to Christian McCaffrey, but Dak is probably going to win the award. He's a quarterback. You know how that is. So I'm definitely in agreement with you. We see if we can change some of the criteria for these awards. And the last award, and obviously the most valuable award there is to give, maybe other than the NFL Man of the Year, but the NFL MVP. Tim, who wins your NFL MVP? Who is your NFL MVP? I'm sorry.
I think, I picked Matthew Stafford. I just think he had a year, one of those years, man, like where you had, like I think Drake May was in contending, but I think I felt like if Drake May would have beat the Bills twice, I would have liked his chances a little bit more just because that would have been another quality win, in my opinion, and if he had another good game. Because the Matthew Stafford numbers, his numbers are crazy. Like I don't think nobody is even not. I ain't gonna say relatively close, but it's some distance between him and the next quarterback. So Matthew Stafford for me, he has one of the best performances, best years I ever seen with a back injury. So shout out Matthew Stafford, man. Shout out Matthew Stafford.
Yes. As I said last week, that damn back injury messed up my damn NFC West pick. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I'm serious. Like you telling me a 40-some-year-old man gonna have bad back? I'm like, okay, how is he gonna make it throughout the season? They played Houston the first week, and they didn't struggle, but they won, I think, 14-9. It was a close, low-scoring game. That was just indicative of how good Houston's defense is. That ain't nothing against Matthew Stafford. We saw Matthew Stafford and what he represented. This is the third award that we agree, brother. My MVP is Matthew Stafford. 65% completion percentage, 4,707 yards, 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. By far, he played the quarterback position the best. He played it well. He played it the best. He was the best quarterback this year, to me, in my opinion. So, for me, led the Rams in the NFC Championship game. Couldn't get over Seattle. But every Seattle Rams game, like I said last week, if I told you that the Super Bowl on Sunday was Seattle and the Rams, we would sign up and watch that again for the 4th time. So, for me, there's no shame in losing the NFC Championship game. But I thought Matthew Stafford has been the most valuable player this season. And Congratulations to Matthew on winning our highly opinionated NFL MVP. The NFL honors, ladies and gentlemen, is on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, on NFL Network and on NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the show like we always do, wrap up with college basketball. As you guys see, college basketball schedule is on your screen. Games I'm looking forward to this week. We have two undefeated teams left in college basketball. Number 23, Miami, Ohio. And we have the number 1, Arizona Wildcats. Miami of Ohio has a tricky week. They play at Buffalo Tuesday, and then on Saturday, Miami of Ohio travels to Marshall. I think this will be Miami of Ohio's toughest non-conference game that they have remaining, obviously, until they get to the NCAA tournament. So looking to see how long Miami of Ohio can stay undefeated. Obviously, Arizona's in the Big 12. They're in the Power Conference. So they still have to play Kansas twice, BYU, still have to play some juggernauts. I don't think Arizona has a chance of going undefeated. I do think Miami of Ohio, they can get past this weekend at Marshall. I think they have a chance of going undefeated. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. So I did actually check in a little bit this weekend just to see what was going on. I watched Alabama versus Florida. Florida got a good team, man. I like what I saw from Florida. So I think also Kentucky. Kentucky looked good, man. I like what I saw from them on the road.
They beat Arkansas.
They beat Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? Cal at Arkansas, so he played his old team. So I like what I saw. So I think that Kentucky-Tennessee game would be pretty interesting. I haven't seen Tennessee yet, but they got a number next to their name. So that means they should be pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what you like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna check that game out, man. I'm starting to slowly get back, even though the games made me mad a little bit because I'm watching the game and they said the coaches, they ain't challenged the play, they had an appeal. I'm like, what's the appeal? Like, I know I ain't that far from the game. And he said, yeah, you can get as many appeals. I was like, yo, what? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with basketball? Like, I was so lost. Like, I'm like, so if I don't have to challenge it, so why would I even ever challenge nothing if I can get as many as appeals as I want? Like, I just didn't make sense to me. Maybe one of the people in the comments, y'all can let me know what I'm missing about the appeals. But other than that, man, I'm starting to swing in the basketball a little bit. Still don't like all the threes, but it is what it is. But yeah, that Tennessee-Florida game, I think that's going to be one of the ones to watch.
No, absolutely. That's on Saturday. For me, I think everyone knows my affinity for Duke, so it's North Carolina week for me. Duke plays North Carolina Saturday at 6:30 on ESPN. College Game Day will be live from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. College Game Day starts at 10 a.m. on ESPN Saturday morning. Reese Davis, Seth Greenberg, Andrea Carter, Jay Williams, and the great Jay Billis. I'm looking forward to watching that Duke North Carolina game. Can't wait for that. Another game just to pique my attention. I mentioned the Big 12. You got Arizona, but you got some heavyweights in that Big 12 as well. Number 8, Houston, BYU, Kansas. Houston travels to BYU Saturday night at 10:30. That could be the telltale game of who the true factor, the true contender is to take on Arizona in the Big 12. So, as you said, brother, we winding down with football. Obviously, next week will be our last football show. Winding down, college football is over, the NFL will be over. So definitely time to get into basketball, whether it's college basketball or the NBA. Speaking of the NBA, I'm not going to ask you for this, but the trade deadline is this week. Obviously, the big names that we're looking at is Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ja Morant, and Anthony Davis from the Dallas Mavericks. I am going to make a bold prediction. I don't think none of those guys get traded at the trade deadline. I think all 3 of those guys get traded during the offseason. It would behoove the Milwaukee Bucks to keep Giannis and wait to the offseason. Keep, tank, get your draft pick, or, get the best, because their draft pick is a trade between New Orleans, Atlanta, and Milwaukee. So however it is for you to get your best odds and get your highest pick, do that. Tank, and then you can see what everyone else's draft pick is. This draft class coming out of freshmen, draft class coming into the NBA is one of the most highly touted draft classes in history, not in history, but in a very, very long time. So it's about 7-8 guys that can come in and instantly play right now in the impact teams in the NBA. So I don't think Ja Morant, I don't think Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I don't think Anthony Davis gets traded on Thursday. Thursday.
So they just hyping us up just to, so we looking at our phone, but nothing ain't gonna happen.
I think so, brother, because why would you, if I'm Milwaukee, I'm not trading Giannis. Like, okay, you trade them to the Warriors. Okay, that's what's out there. Trade them to the Warriors. Okay, fine. You trade them to the Warriors. You don't know, I would rather know what I'm getting. It's still an unknown because we don't know where the Warriors picks are gonna be. And if
they wouldn't trade him Giannis for like Kuminga and picks. Because I heard Kuminga wasn't fitting over there or something. I don't. They NBA to me. So
they would have to trade Jimmy Butler or Draymond Green and Kuminga and picks to get Giannis. But the thing is that you still, like, if you get Giannis on the Warriors, those picks aren't going to be high. Whereas though if you wait to the offseason, you can see, okay, I don't think this is going to happen. But the Spurs got Atlanta's pick. So the Spurs got a top 5 pick, just throwing it out there. Okay, the Spurs offered Harrison Barnes, Calvin Johnson, the top 5 pick, and maybe 2 or 3 unprotected picks. That's a better deal than what you would get from Golden State just because you have a top 5 pick. You see what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler's out. Kuminga, if you don't believe in Kuminga, then you just shoot that air at this point. So, I don't think those guys get traded, man. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. Looking forward to the NBA trade deadline this week. A lot of great things going on this week. NBA trade deadline, college basketball this week, and obviously the granddaddy of them all. I know that's the Rose Bowl title, but the Super Bowl is the granddaddy of them all. Everyone will be watching. Can't wait to watch Super Bowl 60. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
Quick question. How you never mind. I ain't even gonna
go ahead. Yo.
How you feel about the Super Bowl? How you feel about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl?
So I'm not well diverse in the Bad Bunny's music, so I don't want to make it seem like I am. You feel me? But I think it's good. Like, I think it's good to show different. I think it's good to show different genres of music, different languages of music, different things of music. I think it's good to be different. We try to be that here on this show. You feel me? We're not going to. Everyone's zigging. We try to zag. So, but I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I'm up to date on Bad Bunny's greatest hits or what songs he got out or anything like that. So I think on the Super Bowl halftime, that'd be my first time. I know like a couple songs he was in, but I don't know like his full, discography or, what he is, like I'm not sitting down like, bro, I got to play Bad Bunny. So I think the Super Bowl will be a coming out to the world party for him.
I got you.
What about you? What do you think about Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl?
See, he lost me when he said he wearing a dress. That's when I was lost. You know what I'm saying? That's when, and I don't even want to take the show that way. So you know what I'm saying? We get in right here, but yeah.
I got you. Didn't know. I haven't seen that. Didn't know anything about that.
I hope it was. Yeah.
I hope I see a lot of great things on Sunday. Great football, great time, great people. I hope I don't have to see that. But hey, if that's what it is, hey man, go out and perform, brother. I'll watch the performance. I'm still gonna watch and listen to the performance. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching episode 70 of the Best Sports Show out, Highly Opinionated. For the best co-host in the game, my bad, point this way. The best co-host in the game, my guy, Reynoldstown Rec legend himself, Tim. For the best editor, best producer, the best guy here on Highly Opinionated, Ross, I am merely Josh. Enjoy Super Bowl 60. We will see you guys next week. We out.
Appreciate y'all.